Good afternoon. I wasn't sure if I was going to film another video today. Usually I don't film one day after another, but I made a long video yesterday about suffering, and today some other thoughts popped up in my head, and I decided that I should give it a go again, because otherwise I might forget about it and I might lose my desire to do it. So it's better to catch the moment and make another video that I hope you guys will enjoy. I was talking about suffering and how we are led to believe that only through suffering we can become creative, which I think isn't true. And I want to point out that it depends on each individual. Some work better under pressure, whilst others feel more comfortable when we are happy. But my opinion is that if you are truly a creator, you don't rely too much on that. You are using primarily your logic a lot of times, and you learn how to get the most out of your good and bad moments, because otherwise if you are relying too heavily on pain, you are nothing but a sadist, which isn't, inherently a negative thing if you are like that. But I believe that even people who enjoy to be innovative can be joyful in this life, and it's not mandatory to go through hell in order to create something beautiful. And yeah, that's it. It's mainly a French idea of the suffering artist, the struggling poet who barely can gain a living, and who has to live with spider webs on his walls without bothering to clean up his room, or without having the means or the desire to do it, and choosing instead to move to another place just to avoid to clean up their room. And yeah, I think it's better to be happy, and I do not agree with those who are preaching the hustle culture. Of course, there are moments when life throws you in a sort of turmoil, and that's inevitable, but I don't think we should search it just because suffering makes us great. Okay, so be it. So what's the point if suffering makes you great? So what's then? What's the meaning if you are unhappy? What's the purpose behind all this? If you have money, for example, and you are not content with yourself, and you haven't learned to enjoy the little things, it's absurd just to be constantly stressed in order to avoid some future, some that might never come, you know. Our imagination is our worst enemy, and it fuels most of our fears. Perhaps rightfully so, but it can get out of hand pretty easily, especially when we don't have an outlet to vent out all our negative emotions. So we tend to get stuck in our heads, which is something I talked about previously. And you know, it's there have been cases when happy artists have created good things, you know, and on the other hand, it doesn't mean that all these people that have suffered, they wouldn't have done it without the tension. Of course, it can be a great source of wisdom, but you also must learn how to let it go and settle in something. You can't be a rat in a race all your life. Otherwise, I think you are missing the whole point of this fleeting existence, you know. How they say that we are just specks in this universe, which is something that I think it's true, and it's not pessimistic to view us as little creatures whose lifespan is just a jiffy compared to the pulse of existence, you know. So yeah, stay cool, stay relaxed if you can. If you can't, don't force yourself to be happy. Ideally, just don't question it. You are happy when you don't think about it, because if you assign a word to it, you become attached to it, and from now on you are doomed to have a moment of letdown, you know. Attachment brings suffering, ultimately. Of course, you cannot, well, it's very difficult to end all attachments, but that's another topic. And it's too abstract and cold-hearted, apparently. So I don't want to go into it right now. Just look at the sun and remember from time to time to run.